And now it's time for the Boiling Point takeaways.
Well, I had an interesting conversation with Carroll. Is it Bernard?
Carroll Bernard, yeah.
Yeah, Govology. I think we probably have similar takeaways, Greg. Well, certainly a takeaway for me is that if you are a small business, as you and I are, the importance of setting up our profile with the government, getting into the procurement system, not having the lame excuse that I've had, where it's just too frustrating, taking the time and finding someone that can actually help you navigate the system like Govology would probably in the U.S. I don't know about Canada. I meant to ask him that. The other thing is, and I've actually used this, but this idea of having a foot in the door service that won't go north of certain thresholds that the government has in place.
Yeah, like $5,000 or $20,000.
Yeah, and I think I think in the provincial government that I'm most familiar with, I think there's like a $10,000 spend. So you just want to make sure your service offering $6,000 and that. But the idea of foot in the door offer would imply that you're getting in and then you do this other work to make sure you continue doing the business. So those are my takeaways.
All right, yeah. So let's put my headphones back on. We do have the same takeaways, Dave. Are you going vertical? Say horizontal. Oh my gosh, that just so nobody knows what we're laughing at. So Dave and I are recording, video recording all of our takeaways. And Dave just took the horizontal camera and flipped it to vertical. Now, only video geeks like me would get upset at that. So you did. Anyhow, back to government. Dave, we do. Hemmings House does a lot of government work, provincial and federal, but we do it with cynicism, in a way of like, oh, well, why are we going to put this RFP in? We're probably going to lose to the lowest bidder. Oh, it's going to take too long. All that sort of thing, right? But I think that's really bad attitude, and that's us making excuses, because those companies who have figured out how to get into the government are rocking it, especially during recession times. Which is exactly what Carroll was saying. So, listen, you're doing a great job holding that camera. So, for those of you who are just listening to this podcast, go check out our Facebook, and you can see these videos, and you can see Dave shaking the camera right now because he's laughing so hard. And so we're really excited. I'm going to spin this around here. We're really excited, folks, to
go vertical, man.
I'm going to go vertical. We're excited for you to connect with us outside of just the podcast. If you're listening to us on iTunes, make sure you check us out on Facebook. Why? Because we're going to be launching a lot more video content on there in the horizontal space.
Not vertical.
But also we're join our mailing list as well, Dave, on our website, because whenever we launch a new course or a new module or event, you will be informed. So isn't that a lovely way to end the podcast? Yeah.
You got a close-up of me.
Yes, it's great.
Oh,
okay, we'll talk to you soon, Dave. And thank you, everybody, for listening. Thanks for the support of The Boiling Point, and we'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Boiling Point. Keep that pot boiling.